Real
Uh,
quick, one thing I love, I stumbled upon this video last minute and it really spoke to me. You were talking about how a lot of people, especially that are aware of spirituality, you almost discredit the fact that a lot of people need to kind of burn through desire
mhm.
in order to get to that place where, you know, they're ready to just open themselves up to the deeper parts of spirituality and surrender to that a little bit. And so I think you even spoke specifically when it came to like sexuality and like, some people, there's a lot of guys out there who they're trying to jump straight to the spiritual celibate realm and they've never even like slept with a girl before and they're actually denying a part of themselves that probably needs to experience those things and learn lessons through those things and burn through desire and things like that. Um, was that kind of your experience? Did you have a season of
Yeah,
that? Because I
this
know I
is
did.
fine.
Yeah.
Thank you for opening that up for us, brother. Notice that you can't just jump straight to the spiritual and the celibate. There's a desire that you have, and I'll be honest, that desire is to fuck. So earlier, I spoke to a client, and we were speaking about how basically, if you could, or what like, is this? Notice that within you, even if you're completely monogamous, even if you're married and so on, you have a desire to fuck all women at every time. At every point in time, you have a desire to fuck. Notice this is another piece of sort of wisdom. The society in which we live requires us to wear masks. You don't hear people say, "And by the way, man, have you ever noticed that you want to fuck every woman?" Or I mean, if you might be into other people as well. So we could just say the desire to fuck. My invitation for you guys today, notice that. Notice that you want to fuck. You might see me on videos talking about celibacy and stuff. Yeah, of course, man. Of course I'm, I like that stuff and that's part of my work and I love that. But really, I saw a brilliant thing in the chat a second ago. I'll just try and acknowledge who it was. Andre, I think it was. If I'm saying your name incorrectly, I apologize. But um, we're doing this consciously. His thing was on conscious self-improvement or conscious self-development, conscious self-actualization. For us to do this consciously, basically, you've got to be unconscious first. And I don't mean that in a way where we could say like you just go around and run. You don't be reckless with it. You can be unconscious consciously. So even these days, if I'm ever unconscious, I do it consciously. If I ever need to, I don't know, have some let's say I want to eat some junk food, I'll actually do that consciously. I'll say, I'm really in the mood for that, and I see that that's something I'm willing to allow myself to have. I'm going to do that consciously. In the past, it would have been super impulsive, super on a whim. And this is the difference, yeah. So again, another thing I can give you today is notice that you can do things consciously. Pick up, uh, cold approach, you can do that consciously. Sex, you can do that consciously. Weed, you can do that consciously. Working out, you can do that consciously. Even this today, there's a reason I wanted to speak to everyone at the beginning because I wanted to do it consciously. If me and Ryan just jumped on here and started speaking about fucking and weed, I don't know, maybe that would actually have you get your ear in because that's interesting. But it's because we want to do this consciously, right? So life principle, do things consciously. That is how you will live a good life.